did that track to you?
It makes perfect sense. Everything Ash says makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I get it.
We're joined here on commentary by the liaison between NXT and TNA, Ariana Grace. Ariana, can you weigh in on this?
I was told that there was no math involved in this commentary.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's get through the match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley. Representing Fatal Influence from NXT, Jacy Jayne.
As we approach Rebellion this Sunday in Los Angeles, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus, our guests from NXT have pretty much set up shop in this company. We'll take you back to what happened last week. It was Rosemary who fired that green mist into the eyes of Jacy Jayne of the Fatal Influence.
And we've seen the effects that has had on other TNA wrestlers in the past. It is a nasty thing to have sprayed into your eyes. Jacy Jayne, none too pleased.
Ariana, you've seen how the Fatal Influence works in NXT. How worried should Rosemary be?
I mean, I would be pretty worried when you look at the numbers, although I thought there was no math involved. It's not in Rosemary's favor.
We'll try and keep the arithmetic down.
And her opponent from the Undead Realm, Rosemary.
But to your point, Tom, the question that's on a lot of people's minds, specifically on the minds of people like Xia Brookside and Yaling Lee, why? Why did Rosemary, after weeks and weeks of seemingly stalking Xia Brookside, seemingly come to her aid in that moment before spitting the mist into Jacy Jayne's
Honestly,
eyes?
your guess is as good as mine. We saw the matchup last week between Jasmine Nix of Fatal Influence and Xia Brookside. Xia Brookside and Yaling Lee had been in tag team competition not long ago against Rosemary and Savannah Evans. It looked like Rosemary had been looming over a lot of the things that Xia Brookside was doing in TNA. That seemed menacing, but now a lot of questions.
The mind of the demon assassin is one that I never want to truly understand or enter.
We are set for Rosemary versus NXT's Jacy Jayne. Don't forget, still to come tonight, the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry and the Notorious Attraction Elijah will team up against Ethan Page and the Call Your Shot Gauntlet winner Frankie Kazarian in our main event. A little bit of a preview of what's to come this Sunday at Rebellion. And speaking of which, we know at Rebellion, the Nemeths will challenge the Hardys for the TNA World Tag Team titles. The Nemeths will visit the Hardy compound tonight on TNA Impact. That's still to come.
Talking about minds I don't want to enter. Whatever there's going on in the twisted world of the compound is another example. But Jacy Jayne taking it right to Rosemary to kick this thing off.
Referee Frank Gastineau trying to calm down Jacy Jayne. Oh, and it looked like Rosemary was going for the green mist, or at least trying to make Jacy Jayne think about it.
Already playing the mind games with all of Fatal Influence here.
Ariana, have you talked with Jacy and the rest of Fatal Influence ever since Jacy burst on the scene here in TNA? You were not aware of it, nor was Santino Marella when Jacy first showed up.
I had to do a lot of damage control with that situation. It really undermined my authority to have that happen. I'm the liaison. I'm supposed to know these things.
Well, wait a minute. There's Fallon Henley trying to get the attention of Rosemary. Now, Jasmine Nix, opposite side. Jacy Jayne as well. Classic numbers game by the Fatal Influence. Rosemary has dealt with this before, however.
Jayne tried to get the drop on Rosemary, but the demon assassin had eyes in the back of her head, maybe literally.
Oh, there goes Jayne, whipped into the corner. Rosemary in pursuit, the legendary knockout Rosemary. Ariana, what do you think about Rosemary, the demon assassin?
I mean, I don't really like scary monsters very much, and I'm from NXT. You know, those are my best friends, and right here, Fatal Influence. Those are my best friends.
Some of your meanest best friends, to be fair.
That's true.
Sometimes people have bad days.
Oh, the upside down now by Rosemary. Breaking before the count of 5. The referee checking on Jacy Jayne. Fallon Henley getting the attention of Rosemary, and Jasmine Nix attacks from behind.
That numbers game coming into play in spades here.
I know them so well, I had a feeling they might do something like this.
Big kick there by Jayne. That was well executed, whether you like Fatal Influence or not.
And this is an issue for Rosemary.
Cover off the senton, hook to the inside leg and a kick out.
By the very nature of who she is and how she's carried herself, she doesn't really have many allies in the Knockouts locker room. She is all alone here, 3-on-1, to the point you made earlier, Ariana.
Think about all the competition right now in the Knockouts division. This Sunday at Rebellion, live in Los Angeles, we'll see a 4-way match for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Plenty of representation from NXT in that match. And then, of course, for the first time ever, it's Masha Slamovich who will be defending her TNA Knockouts World Championship against Tessa Blanchard this Sunday at Rebellion.
And Rosemary.
Here we go!
She
did! Rosemary trying to bite Jacy Jayne's face off.
First she got the fingers, then she got the face.
That's a little insane.
I agree with you. It's been happening for years in this company.
Oh my. Well, she better get a rabies shot.
Nasty, but effective from Rosemary.
Forearm blast there by Rosemary in the corner. Jacy Jayne trying to withstand Rosemary. Easier said than done. Hook to both legs and a kick out by Jayne. Keeping Fallon Henley at bay.
Rosemary, who spent weeks and months trying to bring out a more aggressive side of Xia Brookside or something to that effect. Showing by example here.
Charge to Jayne. Oh, and a knee strike by Jacy Jayne.
Rosemary might be, wait a second.
Rosemary rising up.
Rising from the undead realm, if you will.
Went for that discus punch and caught with a reverse DDT by Rosemary. Here's the cover, and Jayne able to stay in it. Ariana, have you ever seen anything quite like that?
Honestly, no. At first, I thought her nose was going to be broken, and then she, like, rose from the dead.
That's Rosemary.
Rosemary.
There you go. You're learning. Up onto the shoulders. Rosemary trying to control Jacy Jayne. And there's Jasmine Nix saving Jayne.
Fallon Henley having the officials' attention.
Oh! Nix gets speared by Rosemary. And that opens the door for Jacy Jayne. That huge discus punch. Jacy Jayne has beaten Rosemary.
Here is your winner, Jacy Jayne!
The numbers game, once again proving too much, proving very effective for Fatal Influence.
Very fatal.
I know we were having trouble with math earlier, but it was pretty simple here in this match.
Ooh.
The numbers catching up to Rosemary. Rosemary has made a lot of enemies in this company and beyond, it seems.
Oh no, this isn't fair.
After the matchup, however, Fatal Influence all over Rosemary.
Not done yet.
Oh! Oh, God!
Brutalizing the Demon Assassin.
Rosemary defiant to the end. Wait a minute. There's Xia Brookside and Laying Lee.
Well, perhaps I spoke a little too soon earlier, saying that Rosemary didn't have any backup in the locker room. Unlikely as this ally may be.
Brookside and Lee have come to the aid of Rosemary tonight on Impact. Well, hold on a second. Our Director of Authority, Santino Marella, is on the case here in the impact zone. Fatal Influence just tried to take out Rosemary, but Xia Brookside and Lee came to Rosemary's aid.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make an announcement at this times. At Rebellion, it's going to be Xia Brookside, Rosemary, and Lady Lee versus Jacy Jayne, Fallon Henry, and Jasmine Nix. So get ready.
It's a great decision by Santino. Oriana Grace, what do you think?
It's always a great decision from Santino.
You're a great liaison.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see that matchup at Rebellion this Sunday live on pay-per-view and TNA+.